Joined now by Matt Schneidman, who covers the Packers for The Athletic. Matt, thanks for taking some time with us. And we were talking throughout the newscast. This is kind of the blueprint that the Packers have won by throughout the season. They build the big early lead, they hold off a rally late, and obviously the biggest win of the season now comes in that same fashion.
Yeah, it's really incredible. I think everyone here had flashbacks to that 2014 NFC Championship game when they were up 16-0 late in the third quarter, and everyone was like, here we go again. But the Packers held on, and I mean, 2 big third down conversions from Rodgers to Davante Adams, Rodgers to Jimmy Graham there in the fourth, and somehow, some way, this team is going to California for the NFC Championship game.
Third downs were huge. 9 of 14. It was really 9 of 13 because the last one was the final kneel down of the game. I asked Davante about that afterwards, and he said it was just as simple as great players stepping up in big moments and making big plays. Is that the way you see it? Is there something more to it? Because third down's been a struggle spot for this team all year, and now suddenly in this big game, 9 of 14, 3 of their touchdowns coming on third down.
Yeah, a big struggle this year, and like you said today, 9 of 13. There was that one 3-and-out the Packers had, really quick 3-and-out after the Seahawks scored there late in the game, and then they delivered. Rodgers made one of his best throws of the season, arguably. I would say maybe his best, most important probably so far, to Adams. And then Jimmy Graham, who's been quite frankly bad this year.
Right.
Has had a lot of big drops, gets it, first down conversion, spot was questionable, whatever, but Jimmy Graham with a big catch, Rodgers with 2 really nice plays, and you're going to need timely plays like that from your best players if you want to keep your season alive, and that's just what the Packers did.
And Davante Adams showing us tonight, he really is one of their best players. Not that that's any secret, but
absolutely.
I mean, man, what a game from him tonight. Those 2 touchdowns that he had, the route running was impeccable. Matt LaFleur actually said it after the game. He's called Davante the best route runner he's ever been around. We've talked so much about Aaron Jones this year, but how important is Adams to this team next week in San Francisco?
So important. I mean, last time they played the 49ers, he had that taunting penalty on the opening drive on what would have been a first down conversion, and they kind of got set back from there. But since Adams returned from his turf toe, he's been one of the best receivers in the league. And tonight, 2 more touchdowns. You saw he's arguably the best route runner in the league. And Rodgers said after the game it reminded him of his connection with Jordy Nelson, where you don't say any words, you just know what the other guy is going to do, and that's what made tonight so special for them.
And now it's off to Santa Clara. They'll get a rematch with the 49ers. The last team they lost to, 37-8 back in November.
Wait,
it was
that was the last game they lost.
Yeah, 6 games ago. They've won 6 straight since the loss out in California. What do they have to do this time to make things go their way? Because it was ugly last time.
Oh, man, a lot differently. Let's start with getting off to a better start. I mean, Aaron Rodgers fumbled the ball, lost it inside his own red zone. 49ers scored the next play. In a raucous environment like that, you have to throw the first punch. And the Packers took the first punch. And that's just the start, because as you saw today, you can get off to a blazing hot start, and that doesn't mean anything if you stop playing after that. So they have to do a lot of things better. They're going to need to guard George Kittle first and foremost, and the Packers have gotten better at guarding those crossing routes across the middle. But pretty much everything they have to do differently. Aaron Rodgers said back then, it's not about the talent, it's about the execution. He feels the Packers have the talent to win that game. They just have to execute better.
Well, Matt, thanks for braving the elements here and coming out and joining us.
This is awesome.
We'll get you back inside. But yeah, this is you couldn't think of a better atmosphere for this. It's perfect setting right now. Let the people know where they can find your work.
Just on The Athletic, at Matt Schneidman. I know it's a subscription. It's not a lot of money, but that's where I am.